morning from Manchester, UK. I am going to be moving here with my work in a few months. So right now I am on my pre-move trip, which includes a week's stay in Manchester. But more importantly, I get a local consultant that will be taking me around to see apartments for a day. So my consultant's name is Carolyn, and I'll be meeting her today. We met a few weeks ago, so she can understand what I like, what I don't like, what's important to me. But on the itinerary today, we're going to be looking at 4 apartments. So 2 of them are going to be in the city center, one's just a little outside, and then the 4th is more of a suburb that's a little further out in Didsbury, which is commutable within 30 minutes, I think. So Carolyn already let me know that the market for renters is really tight right now, which is why she's only able to get 4. We were initially targeting 8 or 9. So that's not very encouraging, but I'm not moving for a few months, so hopefully that changes. So today we'll go around to the apartments and the areas where she wasn't able to get viewings. She said, she'll at least talk me through the neighborhood so we can go check them out. And she'll also show me online what examples of those apartments would look like. So really the goal for me today, it's not to sign anything, it's just to get a sense of what the budget will look like, the areas I would want to look for, and really what space I would be getting. So I've been told that I should be expecting a much smaller space than what I'm used to right now, which is a townhouse in Charlotte, North Carolina. So just getting an idea of space will help a lot with understanding what I need to pack, what I need to move, what I need to sell over the next few months. So really excited. So today I'll be taking you on those apartment tours with me. And as you can see right now, I'm in a hotel. So I got in yesterday, checked into Hotel Indigo at the Victoria Station, and it is stunning. It used to be an old tea house factory, is what I've been told by the receptionist. And it's got amazing views of Manchester city center. I'll show you guys around the room a little later, but for now I'm going to grab my bag and head downstairs for breakfast. Hopefully a traditional British breakfast, because I'm not familiar with British food. And then from there I'm gonna go out and meet Carolyn. Let's go. Very quickly, outfit for the day. I'm in a turtleneck, jeans, sneakers, because we're gonna be doing a lot of walking. And I got my leather jacket because it's cold and Carolyn said to expect rain. This is really nice hotel breakfast. There's a continental bar that's included as well. Right, we finished breakfast in 5 minutes and are walking over to meet Carolyn. So I'm meeting Carolyn right here in the Shoot Hill tram stop to make our way to our first apartment viewing. The first place we toured is in Castlefield, but a little tucked away, so it's quieter. Got a nice courtyard, and then here is the kitchen. It does have a full-size fridge. There's the living room. So the place is $11.50 a month. And then here is the bedrooms. You can see everything's furnished. It's also got a washer dryer and unit, which is nice. And then here is the bathroom, which is also very nice, and that's a huge plus. On to the next. So the next is also in Castlefield. It's called Union Co-Living Apartments, which is a newer concept to Manchester. So you can rent a studio, or you can also rent by the room if you're renting a 2, 3, or 4 bedroom. So this first one is a studio. It's their smallest studio. Also their most affordable, so it's at $10.35, but again, it is very small. I don't think I was expecting that. And you do have really nice views, and there is a good amount of storage space in the bathroom as well, and a rainfall shower head. Next is the large studio. I think this was $12.35 when we toured it. It is slightly larger, but one thing I don't like about the studios is it's shorter term, so it's 3 to 6 months, which just means the prices can go up after 3 or 6 months. So here is the XL studio, so much nicer, much bigger. Talk about scope creep. Was not planning to tour this, but of course had to see it. And once I saw it, you just can't really go back. So here we also toured their duos, which means it's 2 rooms, and this is where you can rent by the room, which means they match you with a roommate based on an 8-question questionnaire. So this is $11.40 a month, but no council tax. So lastly, took a peek at their quad, which is $10.40 a month, no council tax as well. So this is a 4-bedroom unit, which means there's going to be 3 other people living with you. But they did also share that they accept up to 2 couples per quad, which means you would be living with a lot more people than just 3. So next we toured their communal spaces. So here is the washer dryer. If you're in a studio, you'll need it. And then they also have a really nice communal shared workspace, which I love, but they charge a monthly membership fee for. So here we are at our 3rd viewing at Salford Quays. We've got an hour before it, so we're just gonna walk around a little bit. The Keys is a really nice area. It's got a lot going on and it's a little quieter than in the city center. The one downside is that it is a 30-something minute commute for me to go into the city where I work. But as you can see, the space is bigger and the rent is a bit more affordable. So this is a 1-bed, 1-bath, and monthly rent is around $9.95. It does also have an in-unit washer dryer and a pretty bathroom. There's also an apartment gym, which was nice. It's not fully stacked, but still pretty good. And then there's a communal kitchen with a nice terrace. So Carolyn and I had I think 10 minutes to grab a quick bite to eat before we moved on to our last viewing of the day. This one's in Old Trafford, right by the Pomona station. So around the same 30-minute commute, but the closest grocery store is a 20-minute walk. But the space itself is really nice. It's the most spacious we've seen so far. It's more affordable too, so the 1-bed, 1-bath starts at $9.75. Also got an in-unit washer dryer and of course, way to my heart, nice bathroom. To end our day, Carolyn and I got an afternoon coffee and then she showed me around the Ancoats neighborhood. All right, we are back from our day. It is a little before 5 p.m. We did end up seeing 4 viewings. The last one in Didsbury actually got canceled. They called around noon to tell us that it was already off the market, which is crazy to think about how quickly things are being snatched up right now. But we did hear from a few of the landlords and the agents that we spoke to that right now, since it's July, it is just a busier season with a lot of people graduating and moving to Manchester, and also just a lot of contracts are ending at this point. So all from July all the way through September is probably going to be busy, which is potentially good news for me if I'm not moving here until September or October anyways. But we did still end up seeing 4. So the 3rd place had another viewing that they ended up showing to us. So that was helpful, but it was a long day, pretty tired. We did 16,000 steps. We started really in Castlefield, Deansgate area, and then moved over to Salford Quays, Media City, and then to Manchester Waters, and then all the way up to the Ancoats area, where we were just there to walk around and see the neighborhood, because that was one of the areas that my consultant wasn't able to get a viewing for. But overall, it was successful in a sense where it really helped me understand the spaces. It's just much smaller. I think I'm gonna end up selling most of my furniture in my current place and not moving it, just because my furniture is bigger, my place right now is bigger, and it probably won't fit. And also, every place we did see happened to be furnished today. Now that's not always going to be the case, but it makes sense for me not to move my furniture, because it'll be harder to have my furniture shipped here and then getting rid of it if I do get a furnished place, versus just buying new furniture, especially because the spaces are small. It really shouldn't cost too much to furnish. But everything is expensive, and then I got a sense for what utilities would be on top of that. So they estimated that, utilities as well as council tax is probably going to end up being around $300 for a single person. So for the rent that we were looking at today, we looked at places between, I think, $975 all the way up to £1,150, and then so you tack on another £300 on top of that, which is really helpful for me to know so I can sort of get an understanding if that works for my budget. But yeah, so that is it. Really, over the next few weeks, I'm just going to keep looking at the rightmove.co website, which is really the rental property website that sounds like most places use here. So I'm gonna keep crawling on that and getting a sense for space and neighborhoods, and really the next few days is when I'm going to spend most of my time walking around the city and exploring some other neighborhoods by myself. That way, by the time I move, I will have expectations set. And so when Carolyn and I go out again for that second day that I have with her, you know, we'll be ready to just target specific areas, maximize viewings per day, and be prepared to put in an offer day of. Yeah, so that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed the tours with me, and we'll chat soon.